Welcome to episode 2 of Off the Cuff, and today I'm going to show you guys how I set up my mount that I do for all my 360 videos. So, and yes, I'm using a snap-on towel, and I am doing this in the Lowe's parking lot. So if you've been to this Lowe's, sorry for all the alleged burnouts that you may or may not have seen as I go out of here. But yeah, I just washed the car this morning, so everything's pretty clean for the most part. It's just the actual suction cups that I'm actually a little worried about, because they're getting a little dirty. But yeah, so what you want to do is kind of try and line it up with the middle, which is actually surprisingly easy for this car because we have heated rear glass, which I know is like standard with all the new cars. But to me, let me tell you, that stuff is nice in the morning, especially for commutes and coming from a almost 30-year-old Camaro that had no such access. Is that even on there? Well, it's on there good enough. That's what we're gonna call it. And then I've been experimenting with the angle of this part quite a bit. And today I think we're gonna go pretty flippin' like crazy with it. So we're gonna put it like there, bitch. And that looks, and usually I just take a step back and look at it. Hi, license plate. Anyways, yes, we love the V6 here. The V6 gets too much hate, and I guess I'll yap about that while I put on the rest of this stuff. It has a red line of 7,000 RPM, which is, I believe, 800 higher than the V8. And I'm not downplaying the V8 at all. The V8 is the dream car. I want the 3LT. Holy loud! I want the 3LT with the what's it called? The heads-up display. And if I can find, do they make a 3LT with no sunroof? I gotta know. I feel like that would be just very nice. I feel like that would be pretty awesome. But yeah, it's pretty simple to set these up. Just make sure that your rear glass, if you're mounting it on the glass or the rear part of your car, make sure that that stuff is clean, or else you're gonna run into some issues down the line. It's gonna fall off if there's stuff under the suction cups. So that seems pretty solid to me. One more shakedown, good there. And then I forgot this in the last video. Actually, if you watched it, this part was not secure. So that's the mount part of that. And also, I do want to show you guys something. I am officially going to start like advertising these, but you don't have to buy them if you don't want to, obviously. But I make some vanity plates, and this is my first design. It's bow tie club with like webs here and here, and of course I made myself a pink one. So if you want that, that should be in, I think it's called Schmero Productions. I've changed the name of it so many times that I don't even know anymore. But yeah, this is the actual mounting part. So I got myself a little bubble for over my camera lens. That way it doesn't crack and break, and then I'll cry and it won't be fun. But yeah, so I like to give this a quick wipe down because I do like to touch this because I'm a little weird like that. A little freaky, some may say. But yeah, you basically just spin this on till it's tight. But especially with this, you kind of want to leave your blind spot out to the side. That way it doesn't, that way it doesn't, like, the split won't be right in the middle. That way your viewer is like always seeing it. So if you get a 360 camera like this, definitely think about that. And try not to put zippers on your paint like me. Oh, that blue. This Riverside blue in the sun, in the Florida sun, is just so good. And we're actually gonna quickly take pictures in the gym parking lot. Well, not gym parking lot, oh my gosh. I've lost my mind. With the so-called gap cam that everyone seems to be really hating on me for. And clean the camera lens. Oh, I did actually break my camera lens. Hopefully that's not the one that, because there's like one mode that just doesn't, I don't even know how to say it. Well, we're just gonna leave that topic alone. But now that you have this, actually, wait, here. There's more threads to go in. I forgot that I did that. And this says bullet time or something, which is pretty cool. I like to pull up on these as hard as I can, just to make sure everything's really on there. And I usually just give it a quick push down on all of the suction cups. And that is the setup. That's the setup, boys. Except for the audio, which usually kind of sucks at night because Pure Video doesn't allow for dual track. And Pure Video is basically Insta360's, oh, it's so hot. I'm not used to it anymore. Night mode is what we'll call it. So you kind of have to set this up a little funky like. So yeah, turn that on, and after you do this the first time around, it's not honestly that hard. But so you just line this up. This goes over the mic, which is the perforated area, and then you kind of need to pull that. All right, we're connecting. And now it should be connected right there, and we should actually have dual track enabled today, which is so clutch. And I usually like to put this right here because this is like the last area, and it's kind of away a little bit from the exhaust because it gets a little raspy, I won't even lie, at the higher RPMs. But we're dealing with 7,000 RPMs here, so it's kind of hard to not give it that rasp without having like a $4,000 exhaust. So in my opinion, oh geez, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I don't know how long this video is, but yeah, that's setting up the Pell King mount and everything. Oh my god, that's so sideways now. Let's straighten that out. sure that's still center. I'm surprised this thing hasn't like completely overheated yet, but it's still here. So I hear a Lambo. I think it's time to go, boys. And we're gonna actually hit record if I can find the button. Yeah, now we're recording and we can actually get on the road after I clean this mess. But I usually flick the thing up a bit for POV drives, and let's go for a drive, shall we? It is currently 12:02 in Land O'Lakes, Florida, with some AI, as always, embedded into every video. Gotta make sure. It's a little weird. It's probably just from the electronics not wanting to do their thing. But I think that's it for today's first half of the video. If you want to go watch the Insta 360 content, go ahead. I'll be here doing my thing. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.